What's up, guys?
Hey.
Back with another reaction.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
So we're still keeping up with the whole our wedding songs theme.
Playlist.
Yes, this song was on our Preception playlist, and it is Vermilion Part 2 by Slipknot.
All right.
There is a part 1, and they have two different themes, but they're connected. So, part 1, Corey Taylor has said, is kind of like the stalking, like, obsession with someone, and then part 2 is kind of like the fallout of that.
Yeah.
But we can give a listen and see what we think.
Yeah. So I will say, um, like you mentioned, this was on our wedding playlist, and we thought it would be fun to go through all the songs, which are mostly rock,
Yeah,
and see if they're actually appropriate for the theme of a wedding.
exactly.
So the fact that this is on there means that at some point you played it for me, and I agreed
Yes.
to it, but I don't remember this. I don't know anything about this song. I definitely don't know the meaning or anything. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, I mean, looking on Genius really quickly, people are thinking that it's about a killer and his victim. I take it more of like an obsession. Like,
Yeah.
let's check this out really quick before we start. So, Corey says, I was trying to recreate the dark urgency and desperate need. Anyone who's ever had that jealous rage knows what that feeling is regarding Vermilion Part 1 and then Vermilion Part 2. He wrote, the difference between the two tracks are subtle. Vermilion Part 1 is about the enrapturing, the build-up, the anticipation, and the neuroses. Part 2 is the aftermath, the pieces that have to be picked up later, and maybe the guilt of having lived through it.
What does vermilion mean? Is that a real word?
Vermilion is a color.
Is it? I thought it might have been, but I
It's
wasn't
red.
sure. Okay, I did
For
know
some
that
reason,
now
I
that you said
always
that.
thought it was green, and I don't know why. Doesn't it sound like it would be green?
So once you said it's a color and it's red, I was like, oh yeah, I knew that.
It
But
sounds like a green color,
so
though.
I don't know.
Like vermilion, I would imagine being green,
It see to oh, okay. I
right?
think there's a green color that sounds like that, and that's why.
Verde.
No, something else. I'll think of it maybe.
Well, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. Links in the description below, and our username's right there. And let's get started.
She seemed dressed in all of me, stretched across my shame. All the torment and the pain leaked through and covered me. I'd do anything ever to myself, just to have her for myself. Now I don't know what to do, don't know what to do when she makes me sad. She is everything to me, the unrequited dream, a song that no one sings, unattainable.
Stopping really quick right here. This is a short song. Okay. So he goes, she seemed dressed in all of me, stretched across my shame. So I feel like if someone's dressed in all of you, like if you're saying that, it could mean a bunch of different things. It could mean that like you look at them and you see everything that you like because, it's you. Like she's like you. Or it could be everything that you hate if you hate yourself.
So that's interesting. I don't know if it's because you mentioned the stalker thing to me, but when I heard that line, I imagined that he's smothering her. Not
Ah,
physically, but he's all over her. So dressed in all of him, the good, the bad, the I love you, the obsession,
yeah,
I don't know again if it's because you said the stalker thing and that's where my mind went. You know what I mean?
it
I'm
could
not sure, but that's just where my head went when I heard that line.
or it could also mean that like he sees that she's exactly like him.
Yeah, it could be.
They're like kindred spirits.
Yeah.
I guess it could mean a bunch of different things.
Yeah, who the fuck knows?
And stretched across my shame,
Stretched across my shame. What stretched across her?
I guess.
Stretched across my shame. So so interesting. If again, if I was gonna say if we were gonna say, okay, yeah, that is about that first line's about him being a stalker, maybe he's shameful about the fact that he's stalking her or being all over her
So
and
I take it
smothering.
more of like, so we could go with stalker and victim. I prefer more of like an obsession.
Well, yeah, I'm just using the word stalker the way we
And
use it. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
yeah,
he's a stalker. You know what I mean?
let's keep going. So then he goes, all the torment and the pain leaked through and covered me. So I guess tormented and in a lot of pain for not being able to have her.
Hmm.
And I do anything to have her to myself, just to have her for myself. So he is like creepy, like being creepy. Like he can't have her. Maybe he never had her. Maybe she doesn't even know him.
So I will say, although you did put the stalker thing in my head, if I just heard up to here, I wouldn't necessarily, I would just think this is a love song. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
wouldn't get the idea that he's like crossing a line, like more that he's just feeling this really intense way about her and then poetically saying it.
Or an obsession.
Yeah.
He goes, now I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do when she makes me sad. So out of context, that just sounds kind of like he's
Crazy.
gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose
Or
his
like he
shit.
doesn't know what to do with himself. Like when she makes me sad, like is she making you sad because she doesn't want to be with you? Like why is she making you sad?
Yeah.
So it does sound kind of crazy.
Unstable.
Yeah. And then he goes, she is everything to me, the unrequited dream. So unrequited means it's not being returned.
Hmm.
So the dream that's not being returned, like she's your dream, but like you're not her dream, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, that's how I take it.
And the song that no one sings, the unattainable. So again, I would think she's the unattainable, he can't have her. The song that no one sings, maybe she's unattainable to
Everyone,
everybody.
that's how I take it.
Okay. Keep getting scam calls. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel like in the holidays they go crazy.
And I think we were here.
I think so.
Yeah.
The song that no one sings, the unattainable. She's a myth that I have to believe in. All I need to make it real is one more reason. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do when she makes me sad. But I won't let this build up inside of me. I won't let this build up inside of me. I won't let this build up inside of me. I won't let this build up inside of me. I catch in my throat, choke, torn into pieces. I won't, no, I don't wanna be this, but I won't let this build up inside of me. I won't let this build up inside of me. I won't let this build up inside of me. I won't let this build up inside of me.
Okay.
I don't know where this is going. That was a really good verse, and it gives more context, but I don't know what he's not letting build up in him. Confuses me.
We'll touch on that.
Yeah.
Because she's a myth that I have to believe in. All I need to make it real is one more reason. So, okay. If you have ever had, like when you were little and you were obsessed with someone and you like didn't know them, maybe you like had a crush on someone that you didn't know or that you didn't really talk to, when someone says that she's a myth that I have to believe in, like you build this person up in your head to be something that they're most likely not. Like they are like this unattainable person that they will never live up to because it's your own expectations for that person. And it's, you think like they're the greatest person in the entire world, but like they're not because we're all human. And that's what I think that means. Like she's a myth that I have to believe in. Like he has to believe the way that he views her even if she doesn't live up to those expectations, right?
Yeah, so it's interesting that one line, there's like so many ways to interpret it, and I'm not sure which way he means it. So like she's a myth that I have to believe in. You could look at it as, oh, he's being forced to believe in her and she's not real. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or she's a myth, she's this unattainable figure that he's speaking about, and like he has to believe in her because he'll believe in nothing if not for her. Do you know what I mean? And like she's like this ideal, and he needs that. He needs to have this ideal, this person to strive for. Um, and then yeah, like you were saying, she's a myth, she's unattainable, and
And like the myth is in his head and he has to believe in it. Otherwise, he'll go crazy, I
yeah,
guess.
that's a very interesting line.
And then he goes, all I need to make it real is one more reason. Like,
Make the
he's
myth
like,
real.
to prove to her that she really is who he thinks she is. Like, are you what I imagine you to be? Are you what I've built you up to be in my head? It's kind of like you look at a celebrity, you like think they're like amazing and they do no wrong, but like no, it's not true.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know, that's how I take it.
So all I need to make it believe being the myth, is my understanding.
Yeah.
All I need to make the myth real is one more reason. So the one more reason part is like,
Or maybe the
what's that
myth
mean?
is her being with him.
Or yeah, them being
Like he
together
has to
is
believe
it.
it or he'll go crazy.
Yeah,
And then he just needs one more little reason to, you
pursue
know,
her.
or to be convinced that eventually it'll happen. Like, oh, she looked at me.
Yeah,
Like crazy shit like that.
interesting.
I don't know. I'm just wondering. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I like this though.
Yeah. Then he goes again, I don't know what to do when she makes me sad. I don't either, bro. But I won't let this build up inside of me. So he won't let this obsession build up inside of him. He's gonna try and do something.
Express it.
Yeah, which is like, well, there are only a few things you can do. You can one, try and get over her. Two, try and be with her. Or three, I weirdly feel like he's just gonna kill her.
So I was getting that vibe too, that it could be a murderous turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I won't let this build up inside of me. That's what I was saying. I was a little confused if it's he's not letting his feelings of wanting her or the feeling to want to hurt her. So he's going to kill her because he can't have this feeling anymore. Or as he mentioned, the unrequited dream. This is his dream girl, and it's unrequited because she doesn't know how he feels about her. So he has to go try to make it real by letting her know that this is how he feels. Do you know what I mean? And that maybe that's what he means by I won't let it build up. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's keep listening. And he goes again, continuing on. Were we here?
This no, we're still listening. We heard this. So
We heard this?
yeah, we gotta break this down.
So it goes a catch in my throat, choke, torn into pieces. I won't know. So I don't know. I feel like that's kind of how you feel if you get shut down or turned down. Like maybe she turned him down. Maybe he's realizing he can't have her.
So again, I could take this two ways. A catch in my throat choke he's choking in the sense of he choked in the aspect of he wanted to tell her how he felt and he didn't do it. Kind of like, like Eminem in 8 Mile when he chokes when he's supposed to rhyme. Like he's going to tell her how he feels and he chokes. He freezes up and gets scared and doesn't do it.
Okay.
And then torn into pieces, I won't know. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. Obviously, torn into pieces. He's fucked up and hurt. I won't
Yeah,
know. I don't know what that part means.
I don't
Like
either.
he's not gonna say it to her because he doesn't want to get hurt if she says
Or he
no,
won't let himself get torn into pieces.
which is
Like
why
almost like torn into pieces, question mark. I won't know. Maybe?
yeah, and that's why he's not gonna tell her or pursue her because he doesn't want to get hurt and have her reject him. Do you know what I mean? So he's not even gonna try.
Hmm. Yeah. And then were we up to here?
We heard this part.
Where the hell?
Don't want
Oh yeah, you're right. I ended it like right here.
I don't want to be this, but I won't let this build up. So what's this?
I think he might kill her.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to be this obsessed person, but I won't let this build up inside
Yeah,
of
like I have
me.
to act on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go. I have to tell her, or I have to fucking kill her.
Hmm.
But yeah, we were right here.
And let us know what your interpretation is.
Yes.
This build up inside of me. Build up inside of me. Won't let this 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 build up inside of me.
Friggin'
You can
ad.
mute it and play the ad because we have to go through the last little bit of the
Shoot.
lyrics.
Okay, so
You gotta mute it.
right.
So, I like that piano bit at the end.
I love that.
That's really cool.
It's so good.
So before, obviously, we're waiting for this ad to finish to
Yep.
break through, but so like we mentioned, we're going through songs on our wedding playlist from when we got married, and we're breaking them down to see if they're wedding appropriate for the meaning. So this song, sonically, the way it sounds pretty. It's a pretty song.
It sounds good.
It's like a romantic ballad, you know?
A little
It
melancholy.
is, but it's his singing with it is like
Mhm.
nice. You know what I mean? It was good for like the cocktail hour,
Yeah,
but the message
like
is
just
yeah,
I was like, we need to incorporate like not just like songs that are good for a wedding, because like we honestly did not do any of the traditional. We incorporated songs that we both like
yeah,
that seemed appropriate. So like I did have two Slipknot songs in there that I felt could fit Snuff and this song. I was like, okay, we're not gonna scare anyone away, but we can have like our music taste in here as well.
yeah. So I won't. Well, whatever. We'll get to it eventually. But today I was listening to the song "Sister Golden Hair" by America, which is on our playlist, and there's literally a line in that song that says, "I ain't ready for the altar."
I know. We
Yeah.
did that a lot. We put songs in there that are like so like You by Yazoo, Only You. That song's like about breaking up.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is so not wedding appropriate. Like this is borderline like he's obsessed and about to kill her.
But
But
it's still this at least this is still kind of romantic as opposed to,
super romantic.
it's a
Like
dark
keeping Tom romantic.
so not even it's like a dark, like obsessive, possessive love, but it's still
Yeah.
love. You know what I mean?
It's infatuation. That is not love.
Maybe.
But so let's break this down real quick.
Yeah.
So he goes, she isn't real.
There was
I
nothing
can't.
before this? Sorry.
No, it was just the I won't let this build up inside of me
Okay.
again.
Okay, yeah,
So he goes, she isn't real. I can't make her real. She isn't real. I can't make her
yeah.
real. So I just want to say my interpretation of that is it goes along with like he's so obsessed with her and the image that he has of her in his head. And he's saying like she isn't real. I can't make her real. Like he's seen her and he's probably like spoken with her and interacted with her and she is not anything like what he imagines her to be. Like he's obsessed with her from afar and
Mhm.
she's not measuring up to what he believed her to be. You know, like you meet someone, like again, like let's say you meet like a celebrity and they're not what you thought they were. Like it's like that. Like you're
Yeah.
holding this person up to an unrealistic standard and thinking that they are going to be this person and they're not. And you're obsessed with them. And she's not real. You can't make her real because she will never be that person that you think she is.
So I agree with you. I 100%. That's what I think this means. But just like throughout this whole song, I've been having two ways of interpreting it going through my head. And when he says she isn't real, I can't make her real, you could poetically read that as she is perfect, that she's not real. I can't make her real. I can't bring, she's so perfect. Do you know what I
Like you
mean?
can't make her like down.
Human. You can't make her human. She doesn't have flaws. She's not real. She's too perfect.
Or we could go super crazy and like this is all in his head, completely made up.
I
She
thought
does
about
not
I
exist.
thought about that
He's
too.
been trying to make her exist for somehow, but she's just not a real thing. Super crazy. Super crazy. I like all three interpretations.
I think you're right though with your initial
I don't think
explanation.
there's a right and wrong. Like I always
Well,
say, it's
just for
like
what he was saying when he said it. Do you know what I mean? When he wrote it.
maybe he Corey Taylor and the rest of the bands, they don't really like give you full blown explanations. They'll give you like a sentence and like that's what it's about.
For the whole song, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like super vague, but it puts you on the right track. I actually appreciate that because it leaves a lot of it open to interpretation.
It's good for us for these videos to like try to figure out what the fuck they're saying,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
difficult, but I think we actually got this one. People are probably going to slam us in the comments and be like, that's not what it's about. And it's like,
It's
well,
about the
it's
music
not
industry.
any, no, no.
I'm
None of
a
this is
joke.
what it's about because it's art. It's how you view it. We're all allowed our interpretation. We're all allowed our own thoughts and feelings. And if you're going to sit here and bitch at me for mine, well, you can just go fuck yourself. I don't know. It's fine. So,
There's no
yeah.
more lyrics.
No, I think it ended at she isn't real.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, great song.
It is a very good song. Like I said, it's very pretty sounding. You know what I mean?
And it's very different, obviously, extremely different from all of their other songs.
Yeah, for sure.
It's acoustic, slow, no screaming, kind of like Snuff.
Yeah. I like the way it sounds, which is why when you played it for me and you're like, I want to put this on a wedding playlist, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty. It's impressive. I really like it's crazy to me how I guess the range that they have as a band from
Yeah.
like their screaming hard metal shit to like
To
these like soft,
classic music.
still with intense lyrics, you know what I mean? Which is cool.
Yeah, and intense meanings.
The juxtaposition of this melancholy, soft, beautiful music with like this dark, twisted, story
Yeah.
is cool.
And we are 0 for 2 with our wedding songs right now.
Yeah, in terms of appropriate.
We're still together though, so it's good. All right. So don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see ya.